Okay, a typical question we get is, how do we actually swap numbers based on where the visitor comes from? So when we're tracking your marketing campaigns, how do we know what number to show, and how do we swap it when a visitor comes from, let's say, Google AdWords? We call this dynamic number insertion, or DNI for short. So that's what this video is about. I'm going to attempt to show you how we do that. So let's go to your campaign, log in. If you go to settings, tracking code, this is where you have your tracking code. We use this tracking code to do the DNI swap. What happens is, this is on every page of your website, so that when a user arrives on your website, we gather information, and one piece of the information is where they came from. Once we have that information, we then look at your phone numbers. And if someone came from Google AdWords, we look at that and we say, okay, they came from Google AdWords. I'm going to replace this number with the tracking number. And again, the script does that. How the script works, in your site, you'll actually notice that this number is not the swap number. If we look in the source code, this number here is actually this number. All we're doing with the DNI, with that script, is we're looking at your source code. So I've shown an alternate number that hasn't swapped and it's different. We're looking for the numbers that match the number in your what converts, and when we find a match, we display the tracking number. So that's what we have done here. Now the reason we're showing this number 65838, let's go back again. You'll see that it's because the user came from direct, and what I'm going to show you is the cookie that identifies that. So if we go back here, I'm going to look at our cookie data, and you'll see that the value is direct and the source is none. So that's because I came to this website directly. It's going to show the direct number. If I look in the source code, let's go back in the source, and I'm actually going to search for the 1111. You'll see here the main number here is a 5551111, and then the alternate number, so I can demonstrate that it only swaps the swap number we want swapping out. Here's a 222 number. So this is looking in the source code. When search engines come to the site, they see the original source, so it's very search engine friendly. It's only at the display level that we show the tracking number. So if we go back here, you'll see again, there is the tracking number, and this one has not been swapped. If I swap back again, you can see the 2222 and the 1111. So all we're doing here is we're identifying the swap number, we match it to our system in your settings, and your phone number is how it's been set up. So in direct, you've set your swap number, we found that swap number in your page, and instead of displaying your normal swap number, we're just displaying the tracking number. And we use the same format, so it looks identical. I could go more technical, but in a sense, that's what's happening. Your original number is still on this page. If I look in the view source, Google search engines and Bing search engines are still going to see your original number, but for tracking purposes at the display level, we're showing the new tracking number. So now if someone phones that number, our system picks it up. We know it's the direct number. Here are the swap triggers. It's a direct visit. And I did a demo before where I filled in a lead, and we know it's from direct none. Okay. And that's pretty much how it works. We use the tracking code to identify the source. So the tracking code gathers information. It also identifies the swap numbers on the page, and it swaps it out. Now if you have multiple instances of that swap number, on this page it doesn't. So let's go, I believe on this page we have two. So here we've got the 6538 number at the top. We have another instance at the bottom. I'm going to look at the source code, view page source. I'm just going to search for the 11. This is the number we swap out. And you'll see up here I have two instances of it. So here's the number I'm seeing in the source code, and if I go down to the next one, that's the other number. What I'm trying to show you here is that we'll swap out both instances with the DNI, and the tracking code. Hopefully that helps explain it. I'm not going into too much technical detail, but if you have any questions, give us a shout and we'll try and explain it more. Thank you very much.